Bum bum boom. Boom 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 boom. Boom boom boom. Which one is it? What's going on, y'all? Welcome to tonight's live stream. Alright, before I get started, my audio software did some sort of update and whatnot, so it sounds different to me in my head. I don't know what's going on. Let me know if it sounds weird. If anything, it's lower than what it should be. Normally it's at a certain level, and I feel like my meters are showing just a little lower. So it is what it is. I'll kind of tweak with it and play with it as we go. But what's going on, y'all? What's going on? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday evening. I don't have anything to drink. I have no coffee. Lord, I just realized that. Anyways, so welcome to the channel. Welcome to Window Tinting Business, where we strive to inform, inspire, and improve you as a professional. As always, my name is Patrick. Now, if you're interested in window tinting as a side job to improve your current skills or as a full-on career, start right now by subscribing to the channel. Make sure to hit the bell notification. That way you're notified whenever we go live or upload new videos as well. Yeah, this is our Tuesday night live stream. We do our Tuesday night live stream every Tuesday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I kind of go over different news about the channel, any updates about the channel. We go over some questions on the Facebook group. We go over questions on the YouTube channel. I take questions live from you right here, right now, and that's pretty much how we run it. If this is your first time here, welcome. Tint Wiz in the house, Jeff in the house. It's a bit quieter, but sounds really great. Okay, it is a little bit quieter. Okay, I'm gonna have to deal with it. I hate that when they do like software updates and they mess with the levels, because my audio interface is like, I'm not an audio technician, and it's really complicated shit. I'll be honest with you. It takes me hours to figure out and research what each little thing does just to get it right, and then they do an update, and then it's like it changes everything. So I'll try to fix it as we go, and we'll kind of go from there. But sorry if it's a little bit obnoxious. Apologize. Tropical Shade Tinting, what's going on? All you guys that are in here, you guys are the true notification squad, because I went ahead, I forgot to totally set up the event. It should pop up and tell you at a time. Yeah, no, I set this up like 10 minutes ago. So the guys that are in here, all you guys are like the true followers here. So welcome, guys, welcome. Let me see here. All right, but before we get started, let's go ahead and cover some of the basics here. Big shout outs to the sponsors of the live stream. First sponsor in part that sponsors the live stream in part is Tint Wiz. Tint Wiz is a CRM suite designed for window tinters. From acquisition to invoicing and everywhere in between, you can run your business with Tint Wiz. If you're looking to run it more efficiently and more profitably, I think this is the way to go right here. Make sure to check them out at tintwiz.com. You don't forget your free 30-day trial as well. Available on iOS, not so much on Android just yet. Sorry about that. Coming soon, I'm sure. Tint stuff in the house. What's going on? What's going on? Oh man, Matt, it's as you can see, I haven't even taken a shower, gotten ready. I came home like an hour ago. It has been a day. Tint Conditions, how's it going, fellas? What's going on, Tint Conditions? What's going on? Ramsey, what's going on? How you doing, brother? How you doing? Moving on. This live stream, it's weird because in my head it kind of is going in and out. It's not as consistent as I normally hear it, so it's kind of throwing me off, but we'll deal with that as we go. Also, this live stream is also sponsored in part by Dry Shrink Prep. Dry Shrink Prep is the safe and healthy alternative to dryer sheets. Dry Shrink Prep is a 100% all natural product. Basically, if you guys have been using dryer sheets for the majority of your careers, I'm sure you have, you guys can try to give Dry Shrink Prep a try. It's a proprietary blend of all natural ingredients, and you guys can check them out for more information, videos and informational videos and things of that nature. And to purchase, you can go to dryshrinkprep.com. Don't forget, for being part of the community, you can get a 15% off code if you put in the code WTB online at checkout, and that'll save you 15%. And last but not least, sponsors of the live stream is you guys. So if you guys go look down into the description, the first line says support the channel or support the stream. You can click to that and go ahead and tip towards the channel, and then actually your name will pop up here, and also through live stream or super chats as well. Super chats, if you guys don't know, super chats is a way to donate to the channel to help support the channel. Again, your name will be popped up right here as well. You can type in a little message as well. That was actually a lot harder to get through, I'm telling you, because oh my gosh, it's so bothering me right now. The audio, the levels in the audio in my ear is not as consistent as I'd like. Hold on, I'm gonna try something here. Hold on. I'm gonna move my stuff around here. Oh, twisting my. Careful, careful, careful. All right, I'm gonna try to get this a little closer to my mouth. Hopefully it'll be a little bit more consistent here. Wow, 16 people. What's going on, y'all? Yeah, I think this is a little bit better. I feel like I can hear it a little bit better, and I will kind of adjust it as need be. McKinney, Texas. What's going on, McKinney, Texas? So welcome guys. Yeah, if you guys were wondering why I am all like blah blah blah, I was in the field today. Normally when you guys watch my live streams from the shop, I am typically just kind of in my auto gear. When I'm in my auto gear, I don't typically talk to clients. I pick up cars, I drop cars off, I work in the shop. I don't have a lot of connection with clients, but I was rolling around with flat glass today, helping with scaffolding and other little things as well. Some guys needed my help and whatnot. So usually when I'm out and about in the field, I like to try to be as presentable as possible. So, and of course our shop is one of our main lines is Lumar. So it's one of my shirts I was wearing. So that's why I look like this. Let me think here. God, I'm dying without something to drink. I'll tell you what. Okay. Let me go here. I even have like little notes here. Look. Little notes. Some quick channel updates and things that you might have noticed. First of all, the name. I don't know if you guys noticed that the name changed. We changed it from Window Tinting Business to my name, Patrick Latman. And some of you guys might be wondering, who is Patrick Latman, right? So the quick and the short is that my last name will be changing eventually. Right now, a lot of you guys know me as Boyer, B-O-Y-E-R, but my name will be changing to Latman within the next couple months as well. Probably the name change process has been a really big pain in the ass, I'll be honest with you. Basically, long story short, I have no connection with my actual father, and my stepfather, who's been there since the jump. He's always been around. My mother's name is my stepfather's name, and I'm the only one that has just like the random. My sister got married, so her last name's changed. So out of respect and out of just like long overdue, I'm changing my last name to my stepfather's last name. So quick and easy story, that's why my name is changing. So yeah, and also because I told you that I've been wanting to branch out the channel a little bit more outside of window tinting, but still within the automotive aftermarket industry. I didn't want to rename it like a brand. I just figured I'd just name it my name, and then that way it makes it a little bit easier. And then that way, like I said, window tinting business will always be here. It's what the channel was founded by. So we'll always be talking about window tinting, but we'll also break off into other aspects within the automotive aftermarket industry. Different segments yet to be named, but I'm sure they'll come up when the time comes. Excuse me. Also by popular demand, because apparently some people really didn't like it. So I have decided to I decided to forego the gaming on the channel here. Okay. So as some of you guys know that I was running gaming as well, because I was doing more of a personal brand versus a channel. And the idea is, I think window tinting business or window tint itself is such a hyper niche within a niche market that it's difficult to get exposure, right? But then in the far other spectrum here is that you're just like a variety channel, I guess, that does a number of different things, which kind of works in only particular ways. You have to be like massively, massively big for that strategy to work as a YouTuber. Like people like Casey Neistat, people like Peter McKinnon, people with huge, massive followings can pretty much make any videos on any topic. It doesn't matter because they have such a massive following. They're just, anything they make is popular. It doesn't matter. That is not the case for me, and nor will it ever be. But so what I'm gonna do is, if you guys were watching me game and whatnot, I am having a separate channel that just for my gaming, and again, that's just for me, for my fun, and what I like to do on the side and enjoy it and kind of unwind. And you guys are more than welcome to go hop over there. I have set it up, but I don't know if it takes time to set it up. I haven't set up a YouTube channel in like 3 or 4 years, however long I've had this channel. But you guys can check it out. Yellow Fever Gaming, that's where I'm going to be playing my games. It will not be on this channel again, just because I had a couple questions and people asking me, first of all, why. And so what I want to do is the two spectrums, I kind of want to meet in the middle, right? So I want to branch out outside of window tinting, but I don't want to be so variety that like I just fall on deaf ears, right? So I'm gonna stay within automotive aftermarket, basically anything you can do with a car that that I'm interested, that I want to shoot videos on. That's what I'm going to do as well. Obviously a big portion is still be focused on window tinting because we have such a large following in window tinting. And then vlogs, I will do vlogs very, very rarely, but more so just because I don't think my daily routine is very exciting. It's really redundant, I guess you can say, with the exception of like changing types of cars. Like I pretty much do the same thing every single day, right? So that's not fun, that's not content, and that's not something that you'd be interested in. But like me and the old lady celebrated our anniversary. We went ziplining. I took a GoPro and I kind of vlogged the day. I haven't edited that video, but things like that. When we have the tint off next year, we're coming in 2020, we'll have the tint off coming in. I want to vlog for that. I plan on going to SEMA. We're going to vlog on that. So anything that's outside my norm, but I think it's still related, to what we're doing, then that's what you're going to see in there as well. So those are some updates on the channel, and so if you guys have noticed little bitty changes here and there, that is what is going on. Let me see here. I'm going to read up some notes here. Tint Pro says, damn, no. Lumar is now sponsoring? Yeah, no. I don't think there's not a shot in hell Lumar would sponsor me. Not a shot. Yeah, no. Yeah, and see, and that's another thing, and that might be another reason why I want to branch out outside, is I want channel growth, right? But also, there's a number of different ways that the channel can make money, right? So at the end of the day, my ultimate long-term goal would be to be able to create content all day, every day for you guys, and make this my everyday gig. But to be able to do that, I need to be able to survive, right? Everyone's got bills, right? So business is difficult to find sponsors and supporters within window tinting. I don't know why, but window tinters have they're just slow to get around. Like our shop still does print ads. It's like they're slow to change in the times. So I don't know, maybe breaking outside of window tinting. I have had opportunities with other people. I've been approached by Glassweld, which is a big glass repair company, huge. Like they're one of the biggest sponsors for the Tint Wiz, for the tint off. Other aspects as well, but I didn't really work with them because I wasn't in that aspect just yet. So it broadens my options, and then I can basically build on more content, similar but the same style, I guess you can say. So that's why, no, Lumar is not sponsoring me. Oh, Ramsey Glenn said, glad you explained that. I was hoping you wasn't getting married and changing your name. No, I would not. I'm a traditionalist at heart, you know what I mean? So like I go I go home, I go to work. I'm the only one that works. My wife stays home. She takes care of the kids. I'm not saying that that's the way it should be, but that's the way it all panned out for me. So I don't know. I guess I'm really traditional at certain things in my life. We still love you with the name change. That's what's up, baby. That's what's up. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm still trying to get over this audio thing because in my ears, like the audio, like I have to speak a certain level and then that way it stays consistent. But if my voice dips down a little bit, it's like cutting me off. So I'm gonna have to spend 4.5 hours to figure that out. So I'll put it back the way it's supposed to be. Okay, let's go ahead and do some questions. I'm going to be running through questions through the Window Tinting Business Facebook group and then the YouTube channel as well. If you guys had any questions, concerns, shoutouts, criticisms, now is the time to put it out. Go ahead and throw it down in the comments below and we'll go ahead and do so. You guys might be all tinted out because Tint Wiz was just on for like an hour and a half or damn near 2 hours. I was like, oh. I'm like, oh, we're going to overlap if he don't keep going. Ramsey Car Audio, let's go. Oh, dang, what's up? Ramsey Car Audio tipping with the $10. $10 make you holler. Appreciate that. You know, and every time that happens, like I don't have the audio on, so let me pop that in one more time. Bing, that's what it's supposed to sound like right there. Rams Car Audio, definitely appreciate it. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate that. Sir or madam? I don't know. I don't know the sex. Sorry. Ah, beautiful Rams. Very good. Very good. Thank you. Appreciate it. Ramsey says, can't stay long, just wanted to support you and the channel. Awesome. Thank you again. All right, so we're going to go run through here and run down the Window Tinting business page. Last week, I had everything like stuff already prearranged and saved. Not this week. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. Bad me. Bad. Oh, I got it. And see, that's a beautiful thing. Glenn Ramsey Glenn. Yeah, definitely appreciate it. You know what I like and I found out about so there's tips and super chats, right? The tips, I actually get like 100% of it. I think the way that they get it, they run a processing fee. But with super chats, I only get like 70% of it. YouTube gets a cut. They get like a 30% cut or something like that. So either way, I'm super appreciative. But yeah, the tip way I think it's a little bit better on my end. But I found that interesting. Let me see here. I'm going through the questions. Let's start with YouTube. Okay. Fair warning. YouTube is like they're brutal. They're brutal. People like I kind of have to ban some people sometimes because they'll just cut you in half. Here's a good question. Full screen. Hold on. Why am I going full screen? Oh, there we go. Boom. So first question right here is, what is the best way to learn how to tint? How or where do you go to get all the practice you need? I live in San Diego. Actually, there's like a really great training center outside of San Diego, in San Diego somewhere. I forget where in San Diego though. Let's see if we can find it here. Hold on. San Diego Window Tinting School. 9 trainings. Wow. Okay. Where in San Diego? San Diego, California. I think it's windowtinting.com. School of the Trade. That's what it's. It should be it right here. So they have training locations all over the country right here, but one in San Diego right here. And seats availability, San Diego. Click. If you just click that, I'm sure. Yep. Just fill out your information. You can go here. For that one, let me see here. The best way to learn how to tint is repetition. I'd have to say that one. Here's the thing, going to a training course is definitely going to give you a leg up, right? So you're going to get a great foundation laid down, but a 3-day training course is not going to teach you how to do everything and anything, right? So one of my suggestions would be take a 3-day training course and go get hired on at a tint shop, but be completely open and honest with them. Let them know, that I just started tinting. I went through the training course, and I'm looking to build experience. I can't tint. I could probably tint 1 to 2 cars a day, which is probably going to be around accurate, right? And now a high volume crazy shop, they're gonna be like, no, you're crazy, right? But a shop that can mold someone that maybe starts off with 1 or 2 cars, and they stay there for a couple years, they kind of learn the ropes, perfect their craft. I can almost guarantee you within a year or two, you can be tinting 4 to 5 to 6 to 8 cars a day. It really just depends on you, really. But it's experience. Tint your cars, tint your family's cars, tint your relatives' cars. The big picture, window tint is fairly affordable because there's big profit margins in window tint, right? Because window tinting, the consumer is not really paying for the window tint. They're paying for the labor. They're paying you for the expertise and the knowledge and the experience to install the window tint cleanly. Window tint in a normal person, an average consumer's hands, they're gonna have creases, trash. It's gonna look like garbage. But if I take that same window tint, it's gonna look like $1 million, right? So that's the difference, right? It's the window film is nothing. It's the person that's applying it. So you need to practice and do as many cars as you can. I've always told people before in the past that you want to be able to tint a car within at least 2 hours before you go to a shop and ask for a job. Before that, it's just practice. The more you do, the better you'll get. If you can get your job down to about 2 hours, then that means you can tint, theoretically, you can tint about 3 to 4 cars in a day. At that point, you're worth it you're worth it to a shop to bring you on, because then you can actually turn a profit for them, and then they can cover your pay and they can make money off of you. So at the end of the day, they're trying to make money off of you. And then when you're ready, you can open up your own shop. Who knows? Or you can just work for someone that takes care of you. It is what it is. Ramsey Glenn, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you very much for joining us. Tropical Shade Tinting says, doing a boat with 90-degree curved windows. Okay, 90-degree curved windows. Okay. Using blackout. Thick. Shrinking is a pain. Suggest wet or dry. Baby powder. Lower corner just won't stick enough without burning. Any help, please? Blackout is hard, right? Because blackout is almost like a vinyl, yeah? And I don't know, I'll be honest with you, I don't know if that can shrink. I don't know that one, because I know blackout is like super thick. Just use a glove. Tint Condition says just use a glove. Didn't put a Mac Tuck on it when shrinking a boat. Also use dry shrink prep. Whoa, well, he's on the right path right there. Lower part in the bend. Sorry, they're like having a conversation. I'm trying to catch up. Blackout means non-see-through. Yes, it blacks out 100% of the light, which is why. I mean, I've seen tint. I guess I have seen tint that does it. I've seen it both ways. I've seen like a vinyl and then like a tint as well. So I don't know if vinyl wrap would be better. I'm not 100% sure. I very rarely do blackout because you don't do blackout on auto, and I'm mainly an auto guy. But I can do some research and figure that out. That one I don't know. Sorry. Here's a question here. the YouTube channel. It says, how much soap are you putting in that tint keg? This is from my tint keg unboxing and review video that I just released right here. When I am doing the 5-gallon tank here, oh, I have it right here actually. Hold on. So I have my 5-gallon tank right here. Boom. Let's see here. So I only fill it up halfway, right? And then what I do is I call them a spoogies. It's really like, I use a lot of soap. I use a lot of soap. I'll take a full bottle of Johnson's baby shampoo and I'll open up the bottle with the top off and I'll give it 3 squeezes, which is roughly about a third of a bottle of baby shampoo. For most of you guys, that's gonna be way too much slip. Like way too much. Uh-oh. Way too much slip. With soap, whether it's a 5-gallon tint keg or whether it's a 32-ounce spray bottle, what you want to do is you want to find a balance where your film will not tack instantly, but won't, if you let it go, won't slide down on its own. That's too much slip, right? So I mean, I know it's kind of like vague, like a vague answer, but it really is. There's so many different variations and so many different, not variations, but different things that will affect it. The type of film that you use determines on the type of adhesive that's on there. Do you have a temperature controlled bay, or is it an open air bay? Is it summertime or is it wintertime? During the summertime, you want to use more slip, so because it's going to tack up a little bit faster. During the wintertime, you probably want to use a little bit less slip so it can tack faster, so you're not like chasing it and it's not sliding on you. So you want to find a decent area where it's just right, but you're always going to be adjusting it depending on different variations, temperature, different types of film, and things of that nature. But it's really just, I just kind of track. What I do is I'll track how much water I put in, and then I'll track how much soap I put in, and then I'll determine whether or not it's too lean or too soapy, and I'll adjust my soap. I'll keep the water the same and consistent, but then I'll start adjusting my soap, and then once I find it at a really good location right there, then I just kind of remember it and I go with that. So I hope that helps and answers that question there. Tint Condition says, how long do you dare leave J&J in your tank? I always worry it will build up and build up if I leave it for a few days. Okay, so my tank, I'll fill it up and I will have it on a busy, in the middle of like the busy season, in the middle of the summertime when we're cranking out cars, my tank will last me almost a week. It'll last me about 4 or 5 days. So that's 2.5 gallons of water. But there is some buildup. J&J is known for buildup, but the thing is like I never let the tank run out of water completely, right? Because what happens is there's the tank, right? But within the tank there's a metal tube that goes down that feeds to the connector. So if you let your tank run dry and there's pressure in the tank, what's gonna happen is, imagine you sucking on a straw on the bottom of like oatmeal. That's like the perfect analogy. So when you let your tank run dry, you're gonna suck up all that oatmeal like in a straw, and it's gonna start spewing out of your hose, right? So I never let my tank run dry. That'll prevent you from getting buildup in there. When I refill it, I'll take the lid off. I'll disconnect the hose. I'll literally put a hose in there, and I'll let it run for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. And basically I'm just waiting for the water to run clear. That way I know at least I'm getting some of the buildup. You can get a brush, a long handled brush, and scrape the bottom to kind of get some of that buildup off. Also, if you unscrew the hose, if you unscrew the nozzle, so this is the nozzle end right here, right? So if you unscrew that, there'll be a mesh filter in there. This is a 200 grit mesh filter. Also, when I'm refilling my bottles, I will rinse this off because this will have some buildup on it. But every time I rinse my bottles out, my tank out, and I'm about to refill it, I use these. I clean this out. Sometimes you can do it every two clean outs, but this you'll see will have junk on it. So that's pretty much it. Let me put this back here. Besides that, I get distilled not distilled bottled water. I get the 5-gallon jugs, and I get them refilled at either Walmart or Publix, which is a grocery store around here. But yeah, you can go into the soda section at Walmart, and you can just go in the back and refill 5-gallon bottles. That's what I do, and then it helps keep it down. That way, I don't have to have like multiple inline filters in my tanks and different things of that nature. So. Mike Powell, what's going on? What's going on, man? Welcome to the live stream. Everything is great except for the audio in my ears is still bothering me. Let me see. Thanks. I'll try a combo. Is there a trick to cutting around the edges? Pros do it super fast. I've done a lot of windows, even 90 angle on a boat, but every time I cut around something snags. It always snags. I'm always using fresh blades. Do I have a blade on me? I don't have a blade on me. Literally, it's like one click. One click, that's all you really need. And throw it in, hold on, let me get a blade, hold on. Ooh. All right, so we're getting like super into the basics here, but that's okay. So these are two different types of knives, right? The knife, and I'm going to show you here. One's a red dot and one's like a regular Olfa knife, right? So if you look at this knife right here, oh, it's not gonna. Hold on, I have to set the auto. You're gonna see a little box. Screw it. Come on. This is starting to get frustrating. 1 second here. Okay, so look at these knives right here, okay? This knife right here, right, is an Olfa knife, and this one's an Olfa, this one's an Olfa knife, and this one is a red dot, okay? So this one is an industry standard. This one is not, right? But look at the teeth, okay? Do you notice that? Look how small the teeth are here, and look how big the teeth are here. And believe it or not, there are not many videos. I think there's 1 or 2 videos out there explaining the differences between a tint knife and a regular box cutter. So, and the reason why is these little clicks, 2 clicks, and look, that whole blade is out. And 1 click here, I mean, you get a tiny little one. Look how small that blade can get. And then bigger. Now this is a 30-degree blade in here, so ignore that portion. But what I'm saying is that when you're cutting around anything, whether it's auto, flat, whatever, what you want to do is maybe 1 click, 1 or 2 clicks, small, because when you get big, the blade is gonna bend on you, and there's always like a little bit of shifting, and you're gonna have a gap. You want to keep it, boom, right there. Notice that little blade? There's a little bit in there, but that's it. That's all you need. Window film, hold on. There we go. Window film is very, very thin. Very, very thin. 1.5 mil, very thin, right? So you don't need a lot of blade out. And basically what I'll do is wherever the angle is, I wish I could show you a better one. I will, like, say, you're basically just throwing this into a corner. So if here's the corner like this, right? I'm gonna explain it to you here. So since, let's say this is the edge right here, there's a 90-degree edge here. I literally will put my blade at a 45-degree angle right here with a little bit of blade out, just one click out. And then, so if this is the edge, my blade will go in this way, and I'll slice the blade that way, the film that way. I really hope I explained that right. It's either you totally understand what I was telling you, or you have no clue what I'm talking about right now. I hope you guys understand that. Thomas said, in your opinion, what's the best film on the market today? Oh, we don't ask that question, my friend. Window film is very subjective to where you are, your budget, your price point, how their customer service is, how they deal with warranties, how do they deal with, I mean, there's so many different factors involved that I cannot tell you. Everyone has their own specific ones. I could tell you maybe Lumar, right? But then some people, but to get into the Lumar game, some people actually, I've heard stories that Lumar, like some people like, okay, I'm starting a window tinting business. I'm going to start ABC window tinting. And they call Lumar and be like, I'm starting ABC window tinting. I'd like to use your film. And I've heard people laugh at them and say no. That's a true, that's not like me embellishing it. It's not me hearing it from someone else who heard it from someone else. I heard it from the person that was telling me the story, that they said that happened to them. And I believe it. You know why? Because the first time I called, when I first started, I was calling different manufacturers asking for samples so I can test it out, so I can feel it, so I can work with some film. And I called Lumar and asked them for a sample, and they literally laughed at me. They said, we don't give samples. You either buy from us or you don't. And I said, okay, well, that's kind of cocky. And, you know, and I can see it both ways. But Lumar, if you don't know what you're doing, if you're not established, and you let them know that off the rip, they won't sell to you. Because here's the thing, if you're dog shit and installing window film, let's say you have deep pockets and you can pay for Lumar. Lumar, number one, it's $10,000 a year to purchase, and it's a $2,500 initial purchase order. So your very first order is $2,500, and you have to buy $10,000 worth of film per year, right? So you're not like a small time guy doing this shit on the side and being able to pay that amount. There's a reason why they make those buy-ins and the purchase minimums, because number one, they're in business to make money, and number two, if you're willing to put down $2,500 in product and be able to spend $10,000 a year, they pretty much know that you have what it takes. You know what you're doing, right? They don't want amateurs or people that don't know what they're doing installing their film, because what's going to happen is that people are going to say, oh, look at this shit film, it's Lumar, and people are going to associate the shit film with Lumar, not the shitty installer who installed it, right? So they got to cover their bases and keep their brand, whatever. So my advice to you in window film and choosing window film is to decide on one. Find a manufacturer, find something that works with you, find something that works within your price range, if they're nice to you, a number of different things. If their warranty is good, does their film last, does it turn purple in a year, all these things that you gotta kind of want to weigh out the options and see which one works best for you. That's my ultimate answer. I hear XPEL is starting to crack down on dealers now. All XPEL or nothing. Now, I could believe it. I could totally believe it. Here's the thing. XPEL is good film, right? And they have great marketing. They have great PPF. They're like, I mean, XPEL is like publicly traded pretty seriously, and they're just dabbling in the window tint game, but they're pretty established in the PPF game, and they're a serious company, and they look good. So I can kind of see how they want you to be exclusive to their brand, but at the end of the day, you can just buy global. Sorry. It is what it is. Will you charge me for an older car than a newer car? Yup. 10 years plus, I'll probably charge you double. Yeah. 7 years, I'll probably say 5 years to cover my butt. 5 years, I'll do a 50% upcharge, and 10 years plus, I'll double it, because I don't want to work on older cars. I'm gonna be honest with you. Some people are like, I'll take all the cars I want. That, not me. No, I want cars that are 1 to 5 years old. They're newer, shit isn't broken on them. When cars get 5 to 7 years old, you can't take off panels because plastic breaks, and then you got to replace that shit. When cars are more than 10 years old, they got 10 years worth of crap and dirt that you got to clean out. That's just not my bread and butter. I'd rather have new cars 1 to 5 years old. They're cleaner, they're quicker to install, there's less problems. So that's my answer to that one. Oh. Tint Wiz says, if that's the case, they are probably trying to protect themselves from people using their cut software to cut Ceramic Pro's new PPF. Ceramic Pro's new PPF. I should probably look into Ceramic Pro. I haven't really looked into them, I'll be honest with you. Because most Ceramic Pro dealers are using XPEL and now moving to Ceramic Pro's new PPF. I'm sure XPEL is expecting the market share loss coming for software the way. Okay. So I'm sure XPEL is expecting the market share loss coming, and software may be a way to hang on to the dealer for a dealer life, as patterns are so important to PPF. Wow. Okay. See, so that is it. Like, if you're reading that, like I can read it like normal, but when I'm reading it, it comes out like jumbled garbage. I'm sorry. Like, I'm like the worst at like reading. Like, that's why I don't script anything. Like some people like have teleprompters and read it and then go from there. That's not me. Like, I go off the top of my head, because when I read, I sound like a 3-year-old. Yeah, I could see that, but like, I don't know. That's a hard one. I don't know why I don't know why XPEL would do that, because I don't know. At the end of the day, I think XPEL's PPF is solid. I think XPEL's PPF is better than Lumar, right? They've been in the game longer. They know a lot of things. Like, Lumar's jumping in with a new Platinum 10-year PPF that they just released like a year ago or 2 years ago. And a number of different manis are now getting into the PPF game. Max Pro just came out with a PPF. So I don't know why they would do something like that. I feel like you would push them away more than getting people in. He's laughing at me. Stop laughing at me. Open a nearby shop. Oh, Ceramic Pro's PPF is a game changer with marketing. Yeah, FYI, just to let you know, if you guys are in the tint game right now, and I was dragging my damn feet for like a year and a half to 2 years, if you're in the tint game right now, slowly get into the PPF game, because that is the wave of the future. Like, everyone's getting into the PPF game. Because it's not seasonal, right? Someone buys a new car. God, I think Eric said that from Tint Wiz. Like, that's not a seasonal thing. Like, if it's cold and someone buys a new car, they want to protect that shit. You know what I mean? So PPF is expensive material cost wise, but you get stupid amounts of money. Like, stupid. Like, you can get $1,000 for a partial package. I think we charge like $2,200 for a full package, not like a full coverage package, which is just full hood, full fenders, bumper, mirrors, done. $2,200. That's a lot of money. The problem is you have to be good at it, right? Because when someone drops $2,000 on paint protection film, it's got to look legit, right? Like, some people take off fenders and take off things and wrap edges. Like, that's a lot of work. But it's worth it at the end. And if you don't want to do full wraps, or maybe you just want to cut edges, or maybe my buddy Rick Coslow, right? Rick Coslow is now a trainer for 3M. But Rick Coslow, for years and years and years, he did the freelance PPF gig. He did tinting as well, but he's a goddamn PPF god. This guy is disgusting, right? And I asked him once, I said this shit's gotta be perfect, right? Like, how do I present something that's not perfect and say, hey, give me $2,000 for it? right? And it's not perfect. And then he told me here, he's like nothing's gonna be perfect. He says one line you can tell people and let them know that it's paint protection film. It's not paint perfection film. It's a sacrificial layer on top of the paint to help protect the paint. That's it. It can't be perfect, and it may not be perfect, and you can go to other places that can specialize in it. If you're not like comfortable with it, but you can go slow. You can do door cups and edge guards. Bro, we do $20 a door for door cups, $20 a door for edge guards. That's $160, and it takes no time. And like people don't scope. Like if people pay $2,000 for PPF, they're gonna sit around with a microscope and like fine detail check every shit out. Door cups, edge guards, charge them $160, get them out the door in 45 minutes. They don't look back. Not once have I had that problem, and then you start going small. Really, the hardest part for me in PPF is bumpers. Bumpers take forever. Being cleanly, being clean, the sheer size of it. I'm usually working by myself, so that makes it difficult. So if you don't want to jump full into PPF, you can do partial PPF stuff. You, like I said, door cups, edge guards, a small upcharge that doesn't take long at all. And if you mess up, it's not a lot of material costs. Like if you're doing a full PPF hood and you mess up and you got to rip that hood off and redo it, the material cost alone for that hood, I know for Lumar is probably in the $80 to $140 range, just the material cost. So there's some give and take in there. Oh my god, did I miss a super chat? Ooh, hold on. Tropical Shade Tinting said, had a tip / super chat question if you can scroll up, please. Tropical Shade. Oh, you had a question about... Hold on. I'm looking for it. Yeah, Tropical Shade Tinting, I saw you were talking with tint conditions. I don't know if you guys were like, I saw you guys talking, so I didn't know if you got your question answered. If you didn't, retype it, and then I'll answer it for sure. Because I'm such a slow damn reader, like it'll take me 25 minutes to read your conversation and then figure out whether hell or not you got an answer. There's 25 people in this damn live stream. Holy shit. What's going on, y'all? I looked over at the number, I'm like, what? This is good. It's a good thing. We're just hanging out, y'all. Just hanging out. Yeah, see, I'm trying to keep up here because Tint Wiz and Tint Stuff, they're all talking amongst each other, and I'm like trying to figure it out here. I'll just have to look at 100. Okay, all right, they were talking. I think they figured it out. This is why I have to just like read questions as they come in, because like for me to decipher, like in the chat, like someone will ask a question and 3 people will answer it, or 1 person will answer it, which is not a problem. I don't care, right? But then like I have to decipher whether or not that question got answered or not. I don't know. We're trying to figure it out here. Big Worm. God, Big Worm. That reminds me of Rounders. Edward Norton played Worm in Rounders. I might be showing my age with that, but. Big Worm says, can we talk about cutting tint in a plotter? Do you guys prefer hand cutting or machine cut? I see a lot of people selling just the pre-cut kits on eBay. Number 1, Big Worm, don't buy pre-cut kits on eBay. Don't buy pre-cut kits on Amazon. Don't do that, because you don't know what you're getting, what film quality or anything. So number 1, don't do that. Number 2, your answer, it really just depends on who you're talking to. If you ask Matt from Tint Stuff, he's going to tell you hand cutting. If you ask me from Window Tinting Business, I'm going to tell you plotter cut. So it really just depends on who you're asking. In my opinion, I can start cutting film and have my plotter set up in a way that I can press plot, and it's going to start cutting film, and I can go out to the car and maybe wipe off the windows and do other things like that, right? So the plotter's cutting while I'm cleaning. I'm killing two birds with one stone, right? A hand cutter can't hand cut and clean at the same time, right? They can only do one thing at a time. Not to say that hand cutting is not efficient, in my personal opinion, because I think you should learn how to hand cut first, and then if the situation calls that it's right to do a plotter, then do a plotter. Here's the thing. Matt could use a plotter all day long, but the problem is Matt is mostly mobile, right? And Matt, some people like drive big ass vans that they have a plotter set up in there. It's just quicker for Matt to hand cut. In that particular setting, hand cutting is better. Me, I never leave my shop, and my plotter is right there, and it's lickety split. I know how to work it, and that's more efficient to me. So it depends on your situation whether or not a plotter is called for or not. Also, if you're working, plotters should be for volume, right? So you get a plotter. Let's say me, I open up a shop. I don't have a plotter, and I'm hand cutting, right? And let's say when I first started, I'm hand cutting, and I'm cutting one car every 3 hours. So in a given day, I can tint 2 cars, right? And then I'm getting a little bit better. And now I can tint cars in 2 hours, right? So now I can do 4 cars in a day. And let's say I start tinting, and I can tint a car by hand cutting. I can tint a car at the very best an hour and a half. That's 3 hours, so that's about 5 cars in a day. Okay, so now I've reached a point where I'm very fast and I'm very efficient, and I'm doing great, and I'm hand cutting, and I'm making money in my shop. I'm booking people, and now the problem is that I'm booking 5 cars a day, and I'm 2.5 weeks booked out. Why are you 2.5 weeks booked out? Because you can only do 5 cars in a day, right? There's only so much time in a day, right? When you have more work coming in than you can physically handle, then at that point, I believe a plotter is worth it, because I believe a plotter can speed up your process when done right. With hand cutting, I'm an hour and a half to 2 hours on any given vehicle. With plotter cutting, I can tint most cars between 45 minutes and an hour and 15. Most cars. Also, so you'll be able to, instead of hiring staff, you'll be able to hit a plotter and then just speed up your time even more so. Also, if you're owning your own shop, you can hire someone and train them to work the plotter, right? It's easier to hire someone to train to work the plotter than teach someone how to hand cut, because God forbid they thrash the car or destroy gaskets, cut into the glass, whatever, right? It's easier to be like, here, do this, click this, put it on this glass board, while you could be working, pulling panels or doing whatever the hell else you can do. So as long as the situation calls for it, and you think a plotter can benefit your current situation, then that's what you want to go with. I'm biting my nails. Why am I biting my nails? Ooh, lots of questions coming in. Yeah, I think I'm foregoing, because normally, like, I will go through the YouTube questions and then the group questions, but then, like, now I'm getting more questions on the chat. So that's really what I'm here for, right? I'm here to answer your questions that you guys got coming in. Carrying the Tuesday Tint live stream wave. Oh, okay. So Tropical Shade, I'm sorry. Okay. I thought you had a question, and then I thought you had a question about super chatting or tips. So Tropical Shade had a question. It says, I was asking how to do the tip versus super chat. I'd rather send a tip if it's better for you. Either way, it's better for me, right? Super chats, YouTube gets 70% more. I keep 70, and YouTube gets 30%. But whatever you send, say you tip $10 or super chat $10, I'll get 7 of it, and YouTube will get 3 of it. Now the tips way, let's say you want to tip $10, the 10 will come to me, but I believe Stream Elements is going to put on an additional service charge on your end. So in actual revenue that comes to me, the tips would be more revenue than super chatting, but either way, I don't care, whichever way, whatever way you want to support the channel, it's all gravy, baby. And so to be able to tip, if you look at the description at the very bottom, in the description, the first line says support the stream. There's a link there. You can click that link and then it will bring you to the tip website thing from Stream Elements, and then it'll pop up right here. If you guys wanted to super chat, if you look into the chats at the very bottom, there's a $sign symbol. You can click on that and it'll tell you how to process a super chat. Oh, and this is one thing, Matt, I wanted to tell you about this. I was watching Matt's live stream the other day, and if you guys don't know Tint Stuff, Matt is from Tint Stuff. And if you guys aren't, he's a moderator on the channel here, but he crushes my channel, right? If you guys like my shit and you guys don't know about Tint Stuff, go check it out. He's got 54,000 subs. I mean, he's who I learned pretty much all my shit from. I also learned part of it from Ralph when he actually did training videos, but whatever. So Matt does a live stream from the shop where he does live streams from the shop with the GoPro on his forehead. The same thing I do on Mondays. And Matt, I wanted to tell you that I was watching your live stream and someone had super chatted, right? And when they super chatted, I didn't know this, but when they super chatted, I looked at the comment section, and this was probably just on my phone and whatnot, but I looked at the comments where you do the chat, and right where the $sign is, it was literally glowing. So like, I guess when someone super chats, it like glows and lets other people know how he did that. I thought it was kind of cool. I never knew that happened. And I kind of want to just tell you about that. I thought it was interesting. Okay, let's see here. Mikey D, hey Patrick, you met from Tint Stuff. Are the two main tint guys I watch from learning a lot from you guys. Off to the top of your question. Okay, hey Patrick, you and Matt from Tint Stuff are the two main tint guys I watch. I've learned a lot from you guys. Off the top of your head, what cars, trucks are easy to remove window sweeps? Hyundais are easy to remove window sweep. They just kind of pull off. Let me think. Most Ford trucks, you can pull the seal back and pull the weather strip out. Same thing with the Ford Focus. I did do a video series on pulling sweeps. There's only 9 videos in there. Whoa, Tropical Shade Tinting with the $10 tip. Definitely appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Here's the thing. There's a reason why I stopped, and I don't know why I did, but I kind of know why I did. Watch not the video series, but there's panel pulling. If you go into my channel and you type in, let me see if I can do it here. Hold on. Okay. So if I'm in my channel here, this is how I go to my channel, and if I type in here, there's a little little magnifying glass here, and I type in panel pulling. This should search my channel. Boom. Okay, so type in panel pulling here. This search is only going to search my channel. It's not going to search all of YouTube. Okay, and if you guys don't know how to get here, let me see if I can go here. Incognito window. If I go to youtube.com and search Patrick Latman, I don't know if it's going to pop. Oh, it is, because my name changed, right? So if you type in Patrick Latman, you're going to find this channel here. Boom. Click on that, and then you're going to go to the magnifying glass here, and you go to panel pulling. If you click that in, you're going to see every video. And notice it says window tinting, and it says panel pulling, and then it has the car and the year. There's only, I don't know, it's like a dozen of them or so. If you watch these videos and you watch all of them, you're going to learn how to pretty much pull a panel on any car. Some cars you can't do it, and some cars are specific, but you're either going to pull the door panel back and pull out the seal. Sometimes the seal is connected with the door panel. Sometimes I remove the door panel completely, right? It's one of those things you just kind of got to dive in. Watch all my panel pulling videos, and you're going to start seeing that there's like a rhythm, right? First, I kind of pull the top. Let me see if the door will pull out. Is the weather strip connected? Can I just pop the top section? Do I have to unscrew the panel behind the door latch so I can pull the full top? Can I just slide the weather strip out? There's a number of different ways to do it. If you watch all my panel pulling videos, I can almost guarantee you're going to start to learn how to pull any panel. So, and if you don't, if you get to the point where you do everything, you try to pull the top, no, it's not working. Can I take the door panel off completely? No, that's not working. In certain situations, you just leave it, right? And you just top load, right? That's what I do. I'm getting lost here. Trey Smith says, once you get a plotter running right, it's the best. That's what's up. The tint program is expensive, like $1,200 to $1,400 a year. Yeah, it is. But here's the thing. Some people say, oh, well, the software. Big Worm says that the software program is expensive. Yes, you're right. It is. It's probably $100 to $150 a month. But here's the thing. If you can do just one car extra a month, then you're making you're a break even. You've probably made a little bit of money, right? I'm talking about you're being able to do at least 1 to 2 more cars a day. And if we do the math on that real quickly, let me see here. Let's say conservatively you're doing $150 a car. Let's just say when you get a plotter, you can do 1 extra car a day, and then you work 6 days a week, and then you work all month long. So for 1 month, because you spent $140 on some software, you're able to make an additional $3,600. That's just 1 month. Let's multiply that by 12. Let's make an extra 40 grand. So is it now worth it to spend $1,400 a year to possibly make another $40,000? Hands down. Hands down. I will spend money if that money will come back in spades on me. Absolutely. Time to raise your price and get a plotter. That's right, baby. That's right. Sorry, I'm catching up on the readings. Yeah, Mikey D, if you're just learning, brother, don't worry about panel pulling. I got away without panel pulling for over a year. Panel pulling is for the people, when you pull panels, if you break something, you better be prepared to pay for it. Fair warning, right? So that's the reason why a lot of people don't pull panels, because they don't know how and they don't want to break shit. I happen to know how to pull panels, so I try to teach through my panel pulling videos and other things how to do it, right? But if you don't know what you're doing, don't just start pulling shit and praying that it's going to work, because if you break something, you have to pay for that. So if you're just learning, you don't have a lot of money, or money's coming in, but it's not, you don't have not insurance, but if you don't have like money saved back for incidentals like that, don't pull panels. Don't pull panels. It's not even worth it. Get your top loading game down. When you get that shit down like that, John88 subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for subscribing, brother. Don't forget to hit the bell notification. That way you're notified whenever I go live or upload new videos. I lost my track. Yes, master top loading. Learn it like the back of your hand. And then once you get a little coin in your pocket and you're what I would do when I open up a shop, I'm gonna put about $5,000 back. That's what I'm gonna do. Every year I'm gonna have a bank. I'm gonna have $5,000 in there, and that's if I break shit, I'm gonna take it out of there, because I don't want to file an insurance claim and then my rates go up. Listen, to make an omelet, you got to break a few eggs. I plan, when I open up my own shop, I plan on probably making $150,000 a year, and that's like on the low end. That's so if I put $5,000 to the side just in case I break shit, it is what it is. When you have a little bit of money saved up and you're ready to take that next step, just start learning and there's a lot of channels out there that can help you. My channel and detail channels, garage channels, they'll tell you. And if not, you could probably go to a dealer and talk to some of the guys at the shop and be like, hey, can you teach me how to take that off? I'm a window tinter. I'm learning how to take that door off. Can you help me? half the reason why I was doing panel pulling videos in the first place is because I can't remember how to do all these, right? So when I started doing it, I was recording them, so when I came across that car again, I'd remember how to do it. That's really the reason why I started doing the panel pulling videos. Way of the Shank. Trey Tint said he just went full-time 3 months ago. Congratulations. Good luck. Make sure to get through the winter. Get through the winter. If you guys are looking to go on your own, and this is kind of like this has always been my rule. If you ever plan on going on your own or switching shops, the best time to do it is probably February or March. And there's a reason why, right? Most of the time, auto tint is pretty much dead during the winter time, unless you got change put back for like aggressive advertising. Most of the time, window tinting is a little bit slower during the winter. So Trey, considering you started 3 months ago and you're still doing good and you're still here, it's a good sign, right? So kudos to you. But if you're ever going to change shops or look for a new job or start a shop, do it in February or March. Reason why, if you're opening up your own shop, it's just after winter time, and it's just right when people are starting to get their tax return money, so people got money in their pockets. And then that's right when it starts to get warm, and you hopefully what you do is you coast into summertime. But you start when the season starts. That way you have all this time to put money back, because come October it's going to slow down, way down, like 1 to 2 cars, and it's going to be difficult. So you got to put money back either for advertising for the slower months, or you got to put money back to cover the money that you're not going to make in the wintertime. And then if you're in a shop environment and you're looking to either change jobs or you want to go and apply for a shop, February, March is a good time, because you want to negotiate for a year-long contract, right? So if you start in the spring, basically as a tinter, even if you negotiate like 30%, or if you negotiate a standard across the board weekly salary, right? During the winter time, you're going to get over a little bit on the shop. During the summertime, the shop's going to get over on you. So it's give and take, right? So you want to start in the spring, and then let's say you negotiate for $1,000 a week, right? And that's guaranteed money no matter what, right? So during the summertime, you're going to make money. You're going to make the business money, the shop money, because they're going to probably make way more than $1,000 a week off of your $1,000 that they're paying you. But come wintertime, you've already made them money. So then now it's time to give back to you, and you're going to be able to go ahead and keep your job through the wintertime. Because there are some shops that when during the wintertime comes, they start cutting tinters, right? But if I worked in the spring and I've already made you money for 9 months, and you gotta kind of tighten the belt a little bit during 2 months, but I've made you fat money these 2 months during the summertime, you're working hand in hand. So that's why I always say, if you're looking for a gig or opening up a shop, February or March is the time and the place to go. All right. Looks like the questions are drying up here. Wow, we've been going over an hour. I blame Eric, because I feel like Eric helped me do. Well, I haven't gone an hour and a half yet. Eric went an hour and a half. It was good though. See, and that's the thing. That's what I love about it, because sometimes you just get into it. Like you start answering questions, you start rolling with people, you're talking with people. Next thing you know, it's an hour and a half later, and you've just been talking. You had a particular topic that you want to go over. It's part of the game, baby. Part of the game. That's what's up. Trey Smith, good. Word to the wise man, always put your nuts away for the wintertime. Always. But good. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. Quick, what I'm going to do is you know what's funny? Here's a quick story for you guys. So I was in my office, right? Wintertime's a little bit slower, right? So, and it was like on a Monday or a Tuesday. Last week, early in the morning, about 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. There's a knock on my office door, and the door opens, and I'm like, hey. It's a man in front of me who I've never met, who I've never seen in my life, and I don't want to name names because I don't know. I don't want to put him out there because it's not a bad thing, right? But so long story short, there was a guy came, says, watched my videos, started his own business 18 months ago. Before that, he was in like the financial district. I think he was doing finances or insurance or something like that. I can't really remember. I have a horrible memory, but I remember the guy. He told me that he started his business 18 months ago. He does a lot of aggressive advertising on Facebook. He's 100% mobile. And he's like, I learned a lot of the videos from you, about 10% film costs and trying to keep the rest of your overhead around 40%, so you can take home about 50% of what you're making. I'm like, okay, so this dude listens. And then he's like, I watch your shit. He's like, I know that you like a hot coffee, but you like to drink decaf at night, because he watches the live streams. He might be watching right now. And then we go out, and he's got this big ass dually truck and this gorgeous trailer, and then he opens up the goddamn trailer. There's all kinds of film on one side, all stacked up. He's got a plotter. He got a whole mobile setup, and I don't want to say I don't believe. I can't remember if he said he just watched me or if he watched me and Matt or something like that. But I thought it was just so cool that like that we just we put videos up and we try to help people, but then like there's real people out there in the real world following our advice and making a career out of it. His first year he made $115,000, and I'm like, hell yeah, awesome. I won't divulge any names. Maybe if I speak to him again and he says he's cool with it, I'll probably tell the story again, but let you know who he is. But you know who you are out there. I thought that was kind of a cool thing. All right, it has been about an hour and 20 minutes, so I'm gonna go give you the 2-minute warning, and then I'm gonna go ahead and wrap her up for this evening, because I still gotta take a shower and get ready for bed. Also, I gotta figure out this microphone thing. It really is driving me crazy. It really is, because there's no consistent sound coming into my head, and I don't like it. Big Worm, where do you guys get film, and what brand do you prefer for everyday jobs? What do you mean everyday? Are you talking about auto? Are you talking about flat glass? Be specific in which one you want to, what you want to do. And then what I would just do is I would Google window tint manufacturers. Let's see what happens when we do that. I don't even know what the hell's gonna happen. Hold on. All right, let's check it out. Window tint manufacturers. So I'm in an incognito tab, right? So it's gonna, hopefully it'll run me through a gambit of window tint brands. So let's see right here. Brands, tint industry. Look at that. Tintindustry.com. Which I've never heard of this website, but look at this: Access, Max Pro, Haneda, 3M, ASWF, Big Cart, I've never heard of them. Formula One, which is Lumar, Hooper Optic, Johnson, Lumar, Matico, Soliguard, SunGuard, Suntech, VCool. These are just a few, right? Go online, type in window film manufacturers, and then find all these people. And then like Max Pro, shoot Max Pro. They're here. Look, here's some Max Pro. Here's some Max Pro information. Call Max Pro. Ask them for a sample. Call every single one of these and ask them if they can send you a sample. You'll get maybe a 40-inch by like 10-foot roll. Enough to do one car, but enough to kind of feel it out, test it out. And then they'll also send you pricing information and different things like that. So get as much as you can. Get your hands on as much film as you can and test people out. If you're just starting, don't even call Lumar. It's going to be a waste of your time. They won't sell you film. Let me see if there's anything else. Manico's here because Manico is in St. Pete. Like, I live in the Tampa area, and Manico is like, oh, the Solar Guard, Manico. Yeah, there's a couple different big guys around here, so that's why this pops up for me here. That's local, but just do some webbing, hop online and see what you can find. You'd be surprised. Hunt down manufacturers, get price points, get samples, and then talk to people and see who fits your need. I mean, how much money do you have to invest? How good are you? There's a number of different things that are gonna affect who you buy from. So Tropical Shade Tinting, thank you very much. Appreciate you coming in. Thanks again for the super chat, brother. Definitely appreciate it. Too many countdown with the synthesizer. Synthesizer? What the hell is a synthesizer? Now I gotta look it up. Oh. Wait a minute, are you talking about 2 minute countdown? Is that one? Is that the one you're talking about?
Or this one. I like this one.
There's a megaphone one. There we go. I forget about this half the time. I'll be honest with you. It's like fun at the very beginning, and then afterwards you're just like, okay, next. Okay, guys. Looks like we are drying up here. Well, yeah, it's been a fun time. Big shout out to our sponsors again, DSP. If you guys are looking for dry shrink prep, for more information or to purchase, go ahead and go to dryshrinkprep.com. Check it out. Don't forget WTB online at checkout will save you 15% on your purchases. Also, thank you again to Tint Wiz for sponsoring this video as well, this live stream. Again, tintwiz.com. Go ahead and check them out. You can also go and download them on Apple, but not on Android yet. And I always say that. Thank you guys for the super chats. Let me check and see here. Tropical Shade Tinting, tip $10. Thank you very much. Ramsey's Car Auto, tip $10. Definitely appreciate that. And I thought there was another one, but I don't see it. So it looks like we're good. We're good. Thank you very much, y'all, for joining us. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be here again next week. Hopefully I'll get this all straightened out and it's not going to bother the hell out of me. But yeah, don't forget, Tint Wiz is doing their Tint Wisdom on Thursday with guests. So if you guys aren't part of the Window Tinting Business Facebook group, go ahead and join us there. And then I always do a watch party for the Tint Wisdoms. So go ahead, and that's next time you're going to catch me online. And thank you all very much for joining us, and we'll talk to y'all soon. How do I end this?